Eloise, appreciate you talking to us this afternoon. You'll be known to plenty of the supporters as a player for the women's team, but we're here to talk about your journey as a fan as well, and where did all that begin?
So I actually thought I was 6, but I spoke to my dad yesterday and he said I was actually 4. So I've been coming here for about 16 years now, and I just love it, you know. Every Saturday, like, I wake up, and especially when we're at home, I'm buzzing just to get to Portman Road.
Do you remember anything about your early days as a town fan, maybe your first game, or any particular matches that stand out?
All I remember, to be fair, is just picking sweets off the floor. When I was 4, that's all I used to do. That's what my dad used to say I did. But yeah, I've been to so many games that it'd be difficult to pick one out, yeah.
Sounds like with your dad as well, it was a really strong family influence.
Yeah, 100%. All my family are Ipswich fans, so I think as soon as I was, able to kick a ball, they put me straight into an Ipswich kit. So yeah.
As a player yourself, were there any particular players, both in the women's and the men's game, that you really looked up to as you were growing up?
I think it was just any midfielder, to be fair. I always have been a midfielder right from a young age, so I still now, look at the men's first team, and every time I watch the midfielders. What do they do? Anything I can take, anything I can learn, to take it to my own game.
And coming to Portman Road all these years, how do you feel the club is in terms of an environment for female supporters?
Oh, it's brilliant. I've never had any issues at all coming here. All the fans are so friendly, the staff, the players. Even when we were invited to the dinner at the awards evening last season, all the male players were just so supportive and so friendly. So yeah, it's only been good vibes.
How was that night individually, but also as a collective? How important is it that you feel one club?
Oh, I think it's massive, because I think, when I first joined, it wasn't really like that. But as soon as we've had, new owners, new managers, it's completely changed for the better, really. You almost feel a bit more secure when you go to the training ground. Yeah, it's just really good. There's a great vibe, and it feels like it really does feel like one club.
And you're a really passionate fan all these years, but now that you're a player as well for the club, how proud does that make you?
Yeah, it does. Obviously, I get asked that question quite a lot, but every time I just say the same answer. Yeah, really, really proud. I just love it, really. Every time I put on the shirt, it fills me with pride, and yeah, it's the only answer I can really give.
What's it like? Do you think it's ever actually going to sink in? Because I'm sure when you're growing up at 4 or 5, you weren't thinking about that, but now it's a reality.
No, I don't think it ever will. But as soon as I heard, obviously, Ipswich were doing an under-21s programme when I was younger, I was straight knocking on the door, like, can I join? How can I get in? And ever since then, I've never looked back, and this is obviously the club that I've always wanted to play for, and I'm grateful that, there's a women's side here that I can play for. Now
that you're in that position, how important is it that you guys serve as role models for both young boys and girls growing up in the game as well?
Oh, it's massive. It really is. We're obviously, showcasing the women's side of this programme, which is so important for young girls, especially nowadays. It's being showcased everywhere on social media, so yeah, it really is important.
And you've had tremendous fans following you home and away, haven't you?
Yeah.
And hopefully that will just continue to grow. How do you feel about them?
Yeah, they're brilliant. They are really supportive. I think that they've really helped us in some tough times and some really good times. So long may that continue, and I hope we keep getting good numbers that we do, because we really do get good numbers, and it really does help us in games. So yeah, it's really great for us.
And finally, the season got underway at Portman Road last weekend, but how do you feel about the club's hopes for the seasons, and as a player for the women's team, how do you feel about your hopes for the season?
Yeah, I think you can obviously tell there's a great vibe at the moment, men's and the women's side. We're both pushing for promotion, which is, it fills anyone with a buzz. So yeah, it really is great, and I've got high hopes for both the teams going into this season.